In this video, I want to talk about how I've recently been using the voice mode on ChatGPT during my daily walks. I'm a big fan of walking. I think it's a great way to get exercise in, some healthy movement, contemplate life, think about, anything that might be impacting me, whatever it might be. I think walking is a super healthy way to get outside, get some steps, get some movement, feel good about yourself, do some contemplative thinking. I do some of my best thinking when I'm out on a walk, but recently I've been popping an earbud in, firing up GPT, and using the voice mode to do some planning, thinking, strategizing. It's what I call my thinking partner, and I find it pretty valuable and I wanted to share it. I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks now, roughly. Maybe a little bit in the past, here and there I've tried it, but I've been pretty consistently using it these last few weeks. I mainly use it for, planning PC projects, things I want to do with my computer. I had some questions about tail scale, virtual machines, things of that nature. And I find it's fun to just kind of, ping pong things back and forth off the voice mode while I'm on a walk. I've also used it to discuss some business strategies that I've had, talk about some sales concepts at work, ways to maybe increase my commission and selling, things of that nature. I've also recently started to use it to discuss books and have it quiz me even. I'll get a little bit into that at the end of the video. I am using ChatGPT paid subscription, the $20 tier for this. I've tried it in Gemini, didn't have the best experience with it. I've not tried voice mode in Claude at all. I'm not even really familiar with it, so I'll have to give that a shot and maybe make a second follow-up video. But GPT works really well for this. I use a project folder called Voice Chats now because it started to just create so many chats. I really need to get in the computer and trim some of them because I've just got so many open conversations right now that it's a little unruly. So I've recently created a voice chat project folder, and I just open that up now and I put all the voice chats in there to keep them a little organized. What I also find pretty neat is you can lock your phone, place it in your pocket, and it will still continue to work just fine. Gemini was giving me issues where it told me I needed to unlock my phone for it to answer certain questions, and sometimes it wouldn't do that. It seemed to be confused, AI. But it also times out too. If you don't ask a question quickly enough, the voice model with Gemini just stops and you have to pull out the phone, unlock your screen, and start it over again. Annoying, not working well. I hope Claude works well. I'll have to give it a shot. But GPT's been perfect for this. It'll even not time out. You can sit there and take as long as you'd like in between questions, and it'll just fire off an answer again as soon as you're ready to re-engage. So perfect for contemplating, thinking about what you want to talk to it about next. It seems to do a pretty good job of being able to reference other chats from what I've seen, especially if you create a voice chat in another project folder. I did that one with a business strategy I had recently, and it seemed okay at answering the questions that were in a rather large deep research I've done. I just did a deep research with 5.5, by the way, and if you've not done that yet, it's pretty comprehensive. It took over an hour to create a business plan for an idea me and a friend and I had. Pretty neat. And it was able to answer questions about that long markdown project. Well, it wasn't a markdown, but it lets you create one really easily. So pretty neat. Try it out. The other way I'm using it right now, outside of planning, business strategizing, talking about biking and fitness and weight loss, all that stuff are part of my normal conversations I like to have with it. But I've also been taking my reading more seriously, and I cracked open a pretty good book. And there's some topics there's some material in the book that are a little confusing at times, and I'm trying to make sure I understand it fully. And, don't laugh, I'm catching up with my reading, but I'm reading Darkness at Noon by Arthur Koestler. Is that how you say his name? Really cool book. I'm almost done with it. I'm at the very end. I should be finished by tomorrow. And after I read some pages, it's really useful on my walk to just talk to the voice model about what I just read to make sure I understand it, or just to help flesh it out a little bit more. And I find it pretty useful, and we all know that AI can hallucinate quite a bit and make things up and just totally get things wrong, but I felt like this was valuable to be able to talk to something about the book immediately. Like, I don't have any friends that have read that book. I don't have anyone I can just talk to real easily that's ever read that book without having to go online and find, I don't even know, would I go on Reddit or find a book Discord or something? So being able to just discuss the book immediately with the voice mode is pretty cool. And to ask it questions and again, have it flesh out the ideas a little bit and kind of check my own understanding. And I'm just going to say, is this what I understood happening? And this, yeah, great, okay. I think that's valuable. I think it's useful. I took it a step further recently and I told it to start quizzing me on the book. This I have to do a little bit more experimenting with. Some of the questions were a little challenging, and maybe this is just my lack of answering questions about a book in a really long time, but there were multiple times where I just felt stumped and I had to say, I don't know how to answer that question, and kind of walk through it a little bit. I think that's good. I think that'll help me grow as a reader and help me understand the material a little bit better. So that's a really neat way to use it as well. With your books, with your understanding, having it quiz you, try it out. Give it a shot. I've been spending a lot more time walking lately. If you've watched my channel at all, I'm a big runner. I'm big into biking now too. So I love fitness. I love being active. But I've also been increasing my step count lately, trying to get 10,000 steps regardless if I ran or not. If I ran, maybe I want 20,000, but I like getting outside, I like moving, I like being out in the sun. I think it's really good. Do I think every single walk you take should have an earbud in and talk to the AI voice model? Absolutely not. I think those contemplative walks where you just kind of, no phone at all, no distraction, just walking with your own voice, your own head space, just talking to yourself internally, I think that's really important. So mix it up a bit though, is what I'm saying. Try different things, try the voice mode out, see if you like it. I think it's pretty useful. Wanted to share that. I've got some screenshots of, it was kind of hard. I wanted to film myself interacting with it. I don't have multiple cameras and stuff. I didn't really know how to do that. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. If you guys are using the voice mode in a different way, I'm curious to hear how other people are using it. Drop a comment below and share with the rest of us. Thanks.